Oh, this one's crazy. A little insane in the membrane. They call him Mad Anthony Wayne. Why? Because when other generals say that's impossible, Wayne says, perfect, you hold my beer, I'm gonna get it done. This is the Revolutionary War general who led bayonet-only midnight charges, who took musket fire to the head and shrugged it off, and who turned the tide of battle through his sheer crazy courage. Welcome to Recon Lore, where American history isn't just history, it's lore. And we're bringing that America core with your daily dose of patriotic pride. The goal is to fight back against this anti-American culture with the stories of positive American history that help build the best nation in the world. If you love America, join the movement by subscribing and like the video so we get as many of us together as fast as we can. Until our 250th anniversary of independence, we'll be dropping a piece of American lore as much as possible. So the more support we get, the more videos we could drop. Share with a friend and hit that notification bell to keep up with every video that comes your way. Anthony Wayne. He was born in Pennsylvania, 1745. He was a land surveyor by trade and a soldier by destiny. He was bold, fiery, and had a temper that matched his red hair. They didn't call him no ginger, they called him an ember because my man ran hot. Here's the thing. Most Revolutionary War generals were gentlemen, scholars. They were a bit of slow movers, kind of cautious to a fault. Wayne didn't do cautious. He wanted to hit hard and hit fast. If possible, he wanted to terrify that enemy into submission. Legend has it his men started calling him Mad Anthony just because of his reckless courage? No. They called him that because he would rant, he would pace, he would unleash fiery speeches before charging into battle. One soldier wrote, when General Wayne's eyes went wide, you knew you were about to fight. Oh, crazy eyes out here with red hair just leading thousands of people into battle. I love it. You can't make this stuff up. Wayne saw his first big action at the Battle of Three Rivers in Canada, 1776, and it was a bit of a disaster. Retreat, chaos, the works, but Wayne, he held the line. He fought like a man possessed and led survivors out under fire. At Paoli in 1777, Wayne earned his infamous moment. His troops were ambushed at night by the British, outnumbered, surrounded, bayonets flashing in the dark. Wayne, he fought tooth and nail, even as his men were cut down. It was called the Paoli Massacre. And the British, well, they used this to start propagandizing him, start mocking him. Americans, they started to also kind of whisper that maybe Wayne pushed it a bit too far. But Wayne, he doubled down. He told his men, we'll show them. We'll show the enemy we're not done. Next time, we'll give them the bayonets. And oh boy, did Wayne mean it. On July 16, 1779, fate gave Wayne a chance at a masterpiece. The midnight assault on Stony Point. And oh, did Wayne take it. The British fortress sat on the Hudson River, bristling with cannons, defended by hundreds of troops. Everyone said you couldn't penetrate it. Wayne pulled up his pants and said, I'm going to penetrate it. Wayne looked at it and said, perfect. We'll take it with bayonets. That's right, no musket fire. He ordered his men to unload them boomsticks and attack with cold steel at the dead of night. At midnight, 1,300 men crept through swamps, water up to their waists, silent. Just the sound of steel scraping against scabbards. And then Wayne himself took fire to the head, grazed by a musket ball, blood pouring down the side of his face. And his response? March on. Carry me into the fort, for I will die at the head of my column. Talk about hardcore. Times were different back then. In 25 minutes, it was over. The British were overwhelmed, and Wayne's men had captured the fort. Hundreds of prisoners, and barely a shot was fired. Washington himself called it one of the greatest victories of the war. I just realized they loved the term mad back then. They called Washington Mad George. They called Wayne Mad Wayne. Don't mess with the mad gingers during a revolution, clearly, because both those guys just helped us win the war. It was insanity. The man, the myth, the madness. Wayne wasn't just about reckless charges. He deeply cared about his men. He drilled them hard, but always made sure that they were fed and respected. Soldiers loved him. but the nickname stuck. Mad Anthony. One legend says a disgruntled soldier once yelled at him, "You're mad?" Wayne had the guy court-martialed for insubordination. But the verdict, guilty of calling General Wayne mad, but the truth is a defense. Court said, "You're not wrong." His temper was fiery. His courage was undeniable. He took risks others wouldn't, and sometimes they failed. But when they worked, they were spectacular. By the end of the Revolution, he was one of Washington's most trusted commanders. Mad George, Mad Anthony, Gingers, fighting, wars, revolution. There's a lot of comparables over there. After the Revolution, Wayne wasn't done fighting. In the 1790s, he led the U.S. Army against native confederations in the Northwest Territory. Once again, he brought discipline, fire, and you guessed it, bayonets. At the Battle of Fallen Timbers in 1794, Wayne crushed the opposition, securing the frontier of American settlement. That victory opened up Ohio and the Midwest to young America. Sadly, Wayne's life ended in 1769 while on a campaign. He was buried near Erie, Pennsylvania. Though years later, his bones were dug up, boiled, and carried by horseback to his family plot. Some say his ghost still haunts the roads. Even in death, Mad Anthony didn't quit. That's insane. Anthony Wayne wasn't perfect. He was reckless, sometimes too daring for his own good. But his courage, his grit, his refusal to back down inspired a young nation. From Stony Point to Fallen Timbers, Wayne showed that sometimes you need a little madness to win freedom. That's American lore. Wild, dangerous, unforgettable. The kind of stories that prove that this country was built by men who refuse to quit. This is Recon Lore, where we bring American history back to life. Because American history isn't just history, it's lore. If you love badass true stories of courage and grit, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and we'll see you on the next one.